All right, Remo, this is it. This is the last day of the European qualifiers. Whoever survives today goes into the main event where 16 of the best European players will fight for $10,000. And of course, the ESL Pro Tour points that eventually lead up to the $130,000 event in Katowice next year. That's going to be super dope. Knoff, he's here on the very last day. We thought, hey man, this dude, he has to go through the last chance qualifier. Defeated his Swedish ally Starshape there, and then he survived day one. Lost one game, okay, also won a game there, and he's up against KraV.
Would be a beautiful story for Knoff. Always been a very strong orc player, but honestly, against the top guys, normally doesn't do too well. I think, again, he's going into this as the underdog, but that didn't stop him before. KraV, super strong recently. In the Crypt Lord meta, he has adopted it seemingly better than everyone else. Let's get ready for this best of 5.
Indeed, we see KraV here, 27 years old. Meteoric rise with the latest patch. He was the one adopting the Crypt Lord the best. France versus the World was his tournament to take over Blade. That was super impressive. Knoff, of course, one of the greatest orcs that Europe has probably ever seen. 30 years old from Sweden. He owns campknoff.com, where you can get Warcraft 3 practice sessions and great merchandise. If you have a craving for some t-shirts or some sessions, use the coupon code B2W and you get a 10% discount. But that all doesn't matter now. It's about the DreamHack Summer main event. Undead Orc, France versus Sweden. Let's go.
We're starting off with some very friendly, wholesome chat. KraV stating that he's going to be happy regardless of who makes it through here. What a contrast to NA. The French and the Swede have met plenty of times on ladder before. I imagine. What are we going to be seeing here? KraV is starting off with the Crypt Lord. This was the one map where I wasn't sure about it. On this map, Crypt Lord level 3 isn't that easy, but especially fast expansion should be impossible to do. But we'll see. Maybe he has figured it out. He certainly seems to have figured out a way to play the Crypt Lord because Papa Roach will be our first hero with the Ghoul build against the Farseer. Not with Headhunters, but with a Grunt opening.
All right. That's something interesting, right? Crypt Lord here on this map could eventually lead to a tower push. We've seen this from Vortex, for example.
And fail horribly.
Yes, but you know, there was an attempt, okay? It is not out of the realm of possibilities here. I just want to mention this. I don't say this is the best strategy I've ever seen in my life, but people did that before. Knoff on the other side. Feeling pretty confident with the Farseer. I guess Scout Acolyte will get killed with the Grunt. So he creeps a Lightning Shield at the lab. Also pulling this Rogue for a more efficient Lightning Shield creep.
Got one of the wolves purged though. Got both wolves purged. Isn't that a problem?
I think
it looks like a scary creep now.
Okay.
He followed the Acolyte with the Grunt, which perhaps was a mistake, but I guess it's working out okay-ish. Took a lot of damage here, though. Ring not the best start for the Farseer, later for the TC. Should be pretty good, though. And this is the big upside of playing Farseer plus Grunts. You can get the level 2 right away with the Lightning Shield. Pretty well done. Perhaps a little more damage than necessary. But still, pretty good. What's the Crypt Lord doing?
He is coming. Wait a minute.
He's creeping.
What? He's taking the natural away?
That's some cool evasion creeping, man. Like, who expects this camp so early? And there's no scout for the orc because orcs never have scouts because they always go greedy for all the peons in the base. Very smart play by KraV, realizing he can get away with something like this quite easily.
It's also counterintuitive because the golems here don't drop any corpses, so it's not the best spot for the Crypt Lord ever, but he killed the 2 trolls before, so they were 2 corpses, and he goes for beetles and skeletons right away, picking up the greater healing, and Knoff seemingly a little confused.
Yeah, Knoff is wasting so much time. He ran across the map once, didn't find anything, Ran across the map again, still didn't find his opponent. Now the wolf sees him in the middle. But now he's engaged in the next creep camp, again with a lightning shield, by the way.
Okay.
This camp is gonna do a lot of damage to his grunts again, by the way.
He's probably just getting the item and then leave. I mean, he knows where his opponent is. Flute of Accuracy.
Did he get the last hit? Yeah, he must have. Yeah, he's got a lot of experience.
KraV scouting this. I'm not sure if he saw it. It's nighttime.
Dude, these grunts are super hurt. One heal cell isn't even enough. He needs 3 more heal cells for these 2 grunts. He needs 4 more heal cells for these 3 grunts.
Whew, this is, on both sides, a super risky opening. If KraV is getting
I think for the Cryptlord, it's pretty well managed, actually. Like, what's the danger if you get creep jacked? You have mostly skeletons and beetles. Maybe you lose 1 ghoul. I think this is pretty smart. Yeah, but if he's getting creep jacked, then both players are losing time, not creeping. And here we have the level 3 beetles now, and they are strong. These should not have been allowed so early, but with a smart creep route, KraV was able to get it. And now having hurt grunts is a big problem.
Yeah. Using the impale, only hitting 1 grunt, but that's an instant surround. KraV so good at that. Okay, lets him pass. Taking over the wolves now. Level 2 wolves, of course, great to have.
Should definitely not go for the Cryptlord here with that seal pot. Ah, the grunt could have been saved, but died. Not the cleanest game won here by Knoff, to be honest.
Okay. Can he go for the burrows? He's loading in the peons. The TC is coming. The lodge as well. And KraV pulls the ghouls back. So this is the end of the attack. Going into tier 3 now.
Yeah. But it's not the end of the danger by any means. The Cryptlord and the Beetle is still really good. The level 3 Cryptlord power spike, we know how good it can be. This is why you must try to prevent this as much as you can. Or get extremely strong yourself with like mercenaries and stuff. But since the grunts were so hurt, since grunts keep on dying, Knoff is far away from being very strong. He's holding on okay against these beetles, but we're certainly not doing is following up with the tech.
He is now down to 50%, but only a potion of greater healing there in the inventory that can help him easily. +9 already on the Cryptlord as well. Very helpful. These beetles needs a stomp early on and a chain lightning. This is so much mana, and he doesn't even hold this lodge.
Feels bad. Warmill now. Ooh, delays his dispel even longer. At the beginning of the Cryptlord meta, when it was first being discovered how to play well against it, it seemed like walkers were the answer, but for the last few weeks, we've been seeing more and more shaman. It's of course a lot more limited with the amount that you can dispel, of course only single target, not AoE, but it's also a good lockdown and has the possibility of being very strong in the very late game with Bloodlust. But for that you need tier 3, something that Knoff certainly still doesn't have. He has a Lodge now coming up, but this TC needs to start creeping heavy. And here, losing the 2 grunts really, really hurts.
Yeah, that's true. Like, what do you do? TC can tank, okay, but that's more and more... What's up?
Another grunt died to the creeps.
Oh, okay. Oh, ouch. Yeah, that should be some heal self use. This is definitely not Knoff's game, and he gets the greater mana potion. Maybe the RNGesus will help. Maybe he went to RNG church this morning. Needs a little support over there. He still holds on to the flute. So, what's he doing? Wyvern.
Wyvern. Okay.
Oh, wow. That excitement on Remo. Totally confident in this build by Knoff.
Yeah, I'm really not a fan of Windriders at all. There is a big upside to playing Windrider Air in general against Cryptlord. They don't provide corpses, and they can't get impaled. Even if they're webbed, by the way. So that's a good thing about them. But it's kind of the only good thing about them. It's always my concern.
These creep spots take forever, man. This is a big investment into the early game. Wyvern help creeping indeed. It might be Bloodlusted Wyvern. He keeps 1 Wyvern at home to defend the beetles. Maybe burrows are enough. He got the information where his opponent is, I think. trying to steal some experience away. Brave Farseer closing in on level 4. And TC close to level 3. Pretty tanky boy as well. Damage-wise, this should be fine for Knoff soon.
If you play a lot, I think you're really supposed to start with Witch Doctor first to have sentries, because these beetles are just so annoying over and over. This is quite expensive already. It's going to become more and more expensive. But at least the TC is finding levels. Oh, Farseer's level 4, by the way. I must say, suddenly, these experience bars are looking kind of promising. Sort of. But Knoff is still only tier 2, no tier 3 for him. We have the Lich coming out, Orb is ready, Frenzy is done. And this is a scary timing by KraV.
Yeah, this looks really good. Destroyers, no reinforced defenses. Tower, not finished, but even if he's finished, he can easily be knocked down. The TC is hurt, needs more time for the heal selves. KraV identifying these weaknesses in Knoff's play pretty much perfectly. And can now bleed him dry.
One way for KraV to give his advantage here is to overextend into the base, though, into all the peon spears. Burrow spears, I guess. And it's only one fiend. Only one web. But more fiends are coming from the main, also more ghouls. Here comes the first impale. Stomp on the other side to counteract. And nice devour by the Kodo. That means no web suddenly, and the Lich is dead. Coil too late, no invul for him. Heal pot on the Crypt Lord, probably not the proper hero to give it to. And Knoff fighting his way back here in the late game. That
was not to be expected so far. Can he pick up some of these statues maybe? TC trying to block. Not really. Oh, KraV stops the movement here. That's another statue down. And 2 ghouls so hurt. He does have Frenzy, so the retreat is rather easy. But yeah. That was exactly what he was supposed to do. That's the strength of the Wyvern. Nice. KraV never went into Fiends or any other anti-air. Oh, that stomp is sweet. So sweet. Chain Lightning follow-up. Lich is back, though. DK in a little bit of trouble. Here comes the Purge. Potion popped. Handed over from the Crypt Lord. But the damage of the Wyvern, man, is surreal. Almost keeps them up alive. Now comes the Fiend transition. But that was exactly what Knoff needed.
Yeah, smart TP there as well. If he stays too long, all the Wind Riders die, more fiends were coming, more ensnare, or web, that is. One Wyvern was lost, but he still got a Devour off on the Kodo, right? Yeah, that's from a little bit earlier, though. He's going to Devour that one as well. TC's almost level 4. Good comeback by Knoff, but the problem, still, the big one that remains, is that he's only tier 2. If he doesn't follow up with tier 3, he is gonna get outscaled here, no matter what.
He is preparing a Raider transition, so even more lockdown crowd control. How far is the Crypt Lord? Nowhere near level 5, but the DK level 3, that's big. Lich is getting some levels as well, has good damage. Knoff wants to brawl again. Supply is even.
Mana Potion, looking for the Impale. Hits the Kodo and the heroes. Going for the Farseer right away. He's in trouble. Making it to the shop. Invul, heal scroll, something. Heal scroll it is. TC with the Stomp once again doing a good job. Lightning shield on top. There's nothing to dispel it. He hits the level 4. Destroyer is moved. There is the dispel suddenly. But Destroyer almost instantly taken out. So is the Farseer though. Coil and Impale. And the squishy first hero hits the deck. Lich hits level 2. He is stunned. Can the TC really do it by himself? Maybe. The Lich is in trouble again. The last second. Coil this time. He gets it. Just barely at the last moment, but Purge again, Stomp again, right clicks. One more coil is there, he gets the coil. And there's a Frost Armor again. TC with one more Stomp, maybe 2, given some time. How much can he do? He's chasing after the Fiends, gets the Stomp, only on 1, not on the second. More webs coming out, more Wyvern falling. Needs to revive the Farseer from the Tavern, I believe. He doesn't have the resources for it, though. And now it's the heroes for KraV. Out-kiting this Orc army, as it seems.
The so important web. As long as there's a Fiend, these Wyvern are in trouble. Gets one last web out before the Fiend falls, and that's the last one finishing, and that is definitely a lack of damage. Knoff close to level 5 TC, but only 24 supply. That's nothing. KraV at 37, closing in on 5. Should be complete map control now. And this switch to Fiends came not a second too early.
And dude, with this new undead meta, with 3 heroes able to nuke, like the Farseer already had trouble in the past in the super late game where he proved to be frail. But against this combo, you have to be so careful with the Farseer.
Yeah, he wanted to get the invul, but it was out of stock already. I think it was on the TC. And the Farseer was pretty far away from the TC, so he couldn't swap it. Little unfortunate. Maybe an invis potion, but I guess there was a destroyer, and Knoff knows exactly how it feels when your invis heroes get dispelled. Shout out Haswarps. Knoff definitely in trouble now. Coil, Nova, Speed Scroll trying to escape. Another invo potion pop, but he's just hanging on to dear life at this point.
Yeah, by a thread, by 27 supply only. The Farseer should be coming back. The time should be enough for this, but the Coil hits the TC. Heal potion is there. But man, these Shaman, everything dies so quickly. The undead heroes have come online. And by the way, level 3 Lich, level 5 Crypt Lord is not far away. And this is still only Orc tier 2. In the meantime, there's an expansion even coming up for KraV. Farseer is back. What can he do? The Wolf's starting to help out, trying to help out, but the TC in trouble again. Heal potion. He does make it to the back of the base. No mana, it's everywhere.
There was the last potion. The shop has been killed by KraV. Nova now. As soon as he gets a spell, that results in a kill. He's in control on the Fiend as well. There's a hero about to pop. It's just a matter of, yeah, mana, I guess. If there's no healing anymore.
If the Borrow falls, at least Knoff's not going to be supply stuck, but he can only make tier 2 units. The problem remains the same. KraV is close to 4 level ups, and they're all at 3 level ups. 4 level ups with only 3 heroes, that would be weird. And they're all big ones. That is the strength of this tri-hero combo. It scales amazingly well. Something you can't keep up with if you're only tier 2.
Yeah. Maybe Orc triple hero on a big map can compete, but not like this. Alta falls as well. KraV is choking him out. Shop is coming back. Man, how hard Knoff is fighting for every single map here. We see the scout, but that might be a little too late.
Yeah, one wolf only down there. Can't do much. In fact, there's a fiend. Ready to deal with that. Barracks taken out. Only the bestiary left to produce. Knoff with the heart of a lion. But this lion's gonna be tamed real soon.
He's about to get a heart attack, I can tell you that. Level 5 Crypt Lord.
Oh yeah.
These little spears don't do anything to him. Impale.
Oh, Impale level 3 even.
Yeah, I think he just wants to end it. Like, yeah, normal damage with the other beetles, but... It's like playing against human now. Fighting against towers, trying to break the base.
Oh, the next Impale. And that might be the TC dead. That's going for the Kodos first though. GG!
AZ goes to KraV. Damn, that was a pretty good game though. Didn't expect this to be so close, and yeah, Knoff identifying the weakness in his play early, fixing that, but I think the game was lost in the early with that failed lightning shield creep and the 2-3 killed grunts or something.
I think primarily allowing the Crypto to get level 3 too easy. I think that was the grave mistake.
Yeah, one leads to another, right?
Yeah, I mean, he still was level 2 in time. If he then harasses, like with the chain lightning, you can contest the last hits on the map pretty well. Yeah, but you can't give the Crypto level 3 for free. And then KraV abused the beetles quite well. He just sent them into the main over and over. Could have adjusted better with the Witch Doctor, having that first sentry in the main and then placing more sentries outside.
But yeah, I think it shows how important this is to both of them. KraV was in a little bit of trouble there as well in the middle of the game, after Knoff was fixing his initial issues, and shows that there's something in for Knoff. Of course, he had the fix for the problem, pretty easy with the Fiend solution. But if Knoff has a better early game and maybe finds KraV a little earlier, then this game should be a lot closer than most people might think.
Yeah, absolutely. Players are ready. So are we. We go into map 2, Last Refuge, which should be a very different game. Where on AZ we said correctly that map is definitely not made for fast expansions. Last Refuge absolutely can be.
Indeed. So we're loading in. We got the France versus the world champion KraV with a 1-0 lead. And in the north, where the Swedes belong, in yellow is Knoff.
This, if it's a classic fast expansion by the Undead with the Crypt Lord, what seems to be best against that, if you execute it well, is Farseer, Headhunter into tier 2 TC and Mass Berserkers later on. You need to control it well, you need to know how to use your timings well, and when to fight, and when to retreat, and when to creep. But if that all is pulled off well, this style can be very good. In my opinion, still by far the best against the Crypt Lord meta, as far as the orcs go. And it seems like that is going to be the plan here by Knoff as well. War Mill on 9 supply, and a Barracks following after with a Farseer. Let's see how well he plays this build.
You happy now? You happy that they play this build finally? It's becoming more and more the norm, of course. The modified Kiwikaki build. Crypt Lord it is for KraV. KraV and the Crypt Lord, man. That is just a match made in heaven. Would you think that KraV would have had a similar rise without him?
No. It just fits his playstyle. KraV has always been the fast expansion kind of player. Like, he's been playing Lich in the past. He's been playing Dreadlord first in the past, but primarily Lich. And Lich can be played pretty well, especially in his hands. He is showing that still to this day against Night Elf. But the Crypt Lord has more power, early game, late game, than the Lich. He's not that one-base, micro-focused hero that the DK is. This is his hero that fits his style. But just with DK standard fiends, no, he wouldn't be in the same position.
He definitely found the strength as one of the... He's definitely an influencer in Europe when it comes to the Crypt Lord. Knoff, how much did he learn from the great orcs of this continent and maybe even Asia? Kills the Acolyte once again, but this time it's an ultra aggressive Farseer.
Yeah, normally when you see that the Crypt Lord isn't going for the instant expansion, you should be going for the green camp, the High Priest camp. Because realistically, there's nothing you can do about this first green camp. So this is a bit of wasted time by Knoff. He could be leveling to 1.6 right now, could be getting the item from the High Priest. But he's putting a bit of damage on the Crypt Lord, which can matter, by the way. No easy way of healing for the Crypt Lord early. There is, of course, a Ritual Dagger nowadays. But first needs to come the X-Bow. And with a whole bunch of ghouls, this is going to be the attempt. How quick are the Headhunters? First one is coming. Second one already on the way. And the third one queued. And this is quite a bit of damage here that the Orc can put out against the Undead.
Oh, I think Knoff wanted to wake up the creeps. Messed it up a little. Again, they're not waking up. Would be amazing to have the Rock Golem here in this Creep Jack. As he said, Headhunters are coming in. More... Okay, more range attacks, but doesn't get it here. KraV more and more experience, also from the Wolves.
Knoff's control here, alright so far, but he doesn't have the highest damage uptime. You really want to make sure these Headhunters are attacking targets all the time. Impale, trying to surround, but there is a counter surround with the Wolves. Doesn't quite get out though. The Farseer was in a little too deep and he lets him die. I think he tried to deny. That didn't quite work out though. The next Berserker is also gonna fall.
That was a super quick second surround on that Berserker. Well done by KraV. And he's just waiting for this. Two groups, skeletons here. And 3 Headhunters still holding up the pressure. If this lasted, it's not going to Knoff. This is pretty much a disaster.
They're both playing around it. Farseer is gonna be back in no time.
Oh, even
Use
with
the
an
Impale. Alright. Got the experience now, almost level 3. Now really close to level 3. And that's a Farseer with 24 XP against almost level 3. Rough. Yeah. As I said, this strat can be very good if it's very well executed. This left a little to be desired.
Knoff had a slow start on map 1 as well and found a way around it. Tier 2 is almost done. How can you continue from this? KraV is scouting for sure what's happening. Nothing interesting in the base, but of course he knows, okay, he's doing the Magi. I have some time. I'm gonna get my own level 3. So, with being half stuck on headhunters, where can Knoff go with this? What's his wyvern of game 2?
Well, I hope it's not wyvern. I hope it's just TC, more headhunters, creeping, tier 3 berserkers. Berserkers in the late game, probably the strongest thing that Orc has against Undead. That and maybe even Taurens, actually. Running away with the speed scroll. One slight upside for Knoff is, in the early game, the Cryptlord had to use a lot of mana. We saw 2 Impales being used early, so he doesn't have that much mana at the moment. He's got 4 Beetles already. He can summon another pair, but then he's gonna be dry.
Good burrows, of course, on level 2 with the Beetles. And the shop gone. Knoff at the moment not rebuilding it. Not the easiest start for the TC. Got the mana potion, that's good. Second mana potion in 2 games. But how do you interfere with this expansion now? I don't think there's any time.
Oh, is he gonna play the Alchemist? Knoff oftentimes goes very aggressive with the Alchemist. There he is.
Ooh,
trying to push against the expansion. That is, of course, super all-in. I much prefer the TC late game counter expo style. Alright.
Takes the second consumable away. That's great. But the ghouls find the headhunters. What a backstab by KraV. Killing one, and that's exactly what you want. Ghouls are disposable. Headhunters are definitely not. He finds the alchemist. He is, yeah, very tanky when it comes to HP against spells, but against all that physical damage, he definitely isn't. And when it rains, it pours. Knoff. Second hero kill for KraV.
Just too much. No AoE reach to deal with these ghouls, no stomp. Acid bomb can do something, but if the headhunters just have to run and can't put in their damage, not that big of a deal. The towers are very obvious, and they're gonna get cancelled here. And KraV is cruising to tier 2, cruising through this game, it seems.
Yeah, this is definitely easier. He's putting down all the fires. Knoff is trying and get some curveballs, spin the strategies a little. But like here, nothing is working out. That's quite a shame. Started very promising, and now it's this absolute destruction by KraV. Oh, denies the ghouls even to prevent level 3.
Level 4 on Daddy Roach. Not even summoning the beetles right now. I guess the ghouls are enough, but if it's only ghouls, some of them can be sniped. Farseer. Does he want to go for the hero kill with the next impale? He's about to have the mana in around 10 seconds.
Does he have the forces to surround? I think that's why he summoned the illusion. Now the alchemist is back. Could just use the Wand of Mana Stealing. Maybe KraV is getting too confident. But I think he has every right to.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. He's splitting off his forces, not just having everything in one group and attacking one target. One ghoul is attacking this headhunter, one beetle the other. And that way he's forcing these headhunters to walk and preventing their high damage output if they're standing still. GG.
Damn. Super fast last refuge game. And the 2-0, 3 match points for KraV. That was rough. That was real rough.
Yeah. And he needs to play a little cleaner against the Cryptlord. Start off with a better creep route. Don't harass right away. There's nothing you can do there. Take the green first and then micro properly. Use those headhunters well. Of course, easier said than done. It's not easy to do that all properly, but there's definitely room for improvement there.
We have it confirmed, by the way, that Spiral 3 won Long Walk. So Long Walk not in this. Same as in the playoffs for ESL Meisterschaft. Die German. Spiral, the second German, right? Next to X-Lord.
Yes.
Represent!
And from
Oh, that-
Mouse Sports, there is one more coming later. It's either going to be Juan or Enter. It feels like a battle of the brothers. One has to kill the other to make it through. A true test of resolve.
Almost Shakespeare-ish, this story there. Of course, last week they were best buddies, boot camping together, and now they face each other here. Unlucky draw for Mouse Sports, obviously, but happens sometimes. Mouse Sports really wasn't lucky with the draws, right? First they get Excellent versus Blade, which is definitely quite a challenge, and then the two other undeads against each other.
Echo Isles, our third map. And where Criplord is already good on LR, on Echo, he's excellent. I feel like you need a really well-developed early creep route and game plan. Does Knoff have that? Needs to step it up.
Yeah. Maybe he has to reset his mind first, taking quite some time to get into this game. Maybe get a new protein shake in to get the brain muscles going. But yeah, he needs to change up something. He tried 2 different builds, and the Headhunter build definitely didn't work. Even the Grunt build didn't really work. So what's next? Back to Blade Master? Echo Isles, 10 claws, my friend. Sharp control.
It's so hard, dude. Playing Blade Master against Cryptlord Mass, it's such a nightmare.
If you ask me, this didn't look too easy for the Farseer as well.
Yeah, but it works best with Farseer Headhunters. It really does. Knoff is taking a moment here to reset. Blade and Sheik also entering into their third game.
Okay. Do we have any result? Todd is streaming. Maybe you have the score there. Most of the streamers are in our game, which is kind of interesting. I thought Blade would attract more streamers. Todd doesn't have a score up.
Chat, did you guys know? Sheik versus Blade?
Use your multi-stream powers, ladies and gentlemen. Keep us up to date. The more information we get, the better it is. Fra TV casting as well. Blade took the 1-0 lead over Sheik. That is what DreamHack is tweeting. Wait, what's the ad? At DreamHack WC3. Go follow. All right, Knoff is in.
There we go.
Fighting for survival. He has the tools. He survived quite a bit in this qualifier already. For example, the last chance qualifier. For example, day 1. But the game against KraV, man, that looks really, really tough. What can you do?
Is he gonna play something else now? Is he gonna revert back to Blade Master? A hero that normally isn't very good against Scribbler, but something that perhaps suits Knoff better. Warcraft isn't just a game of playing the best build on paper, what is supposed to work the best, but also how well are you practiced with a certain strategy? How comfortable are you feeling with a certain strategy? And it seems to me that especially against Undead, Knoff has always been better with the Blade. There might come a time to change that. In fact, now would be the time. But here, that now. He's up against the ropes. Is he gonna switch it up?
Okay, should still be Farseer, as you said. But maybe it is a surprise. Okay, we got information 2-0 for Blade. So he's cruising through this thing as well.
Alright, that was to be expected. Yeah. Kind of. Sheik is strong, but Blade is a monster.
Yeah. I would love to see these games as well, just to see the difference between Blade X-Lord and Blade Shake. Because Shake is by no means bad. Like, He's also one of the top undead, like top 10 undead. Damn, top 10 undead is so stacked in Europe, by the way. But he should definitely be there.
Is he playing a lot of Cryptlord, by the way? Like some undeads kind of refuse.
Insup.
Like Insup, yeah.
He was pretty proud on that. Like,
And
yes,
happy, of course.
survived American Qualifier without playing a single Cryptlord.
But he lost twice to Cryptlord, right?
I didn't see the games, unfortunately. We were focusing on KraV versus Cruncher. We do see a Farseer here. We do see a Cryptlord here. KraV, the anti-Insup.
A player's forces are under attack.
And thank you, Alaric, for the 2-month 3 sub.
I'm very interested in the early game creep routes here. Opening creep routes. This is crucial. When the game revolves around expansion timings and damage towards it, what you do in the first few minutes, how many experience points and items you get, and last hits you steal, and units you kill, and expos you delay, is absolutely crucial. And on LR, it wasn't the cleanest by Knoff.
Acolyte scouts the movement, knows what's up. KraV is moving to the north, takes out the green. So what can Knoff do with this movement now?
Yeah, for Knoff it's a little harder. He doesn't have the scout right away. It's smart adjustment by KraV. He's scouting with the Acolyte. If he sees that the Farseer is moving across the map, then he's not going to expand first. He's going to go for the safe camp first, against which nothing can be done. And then he's going to go to the expansion after. And again, the Farseer, his uptime here, his efficiency, not that impressive yet.
Wait a minute. He builds a proxy rags, a second proxy rags for mass headhunter push. I like that he's trying new stuff. I like that he's trying almost desperate stuff.
Okay.
Last hit maybe?
Oh,
yeah.
Acid stolen. That's such a big deal. That is level 2 denied, even if the rest of the camp goes to the Crypt Lord. Needs to make sure he doesn't feed the wolves away. Needs to make sure... Okay.
There's an Acolyte on the left-hand side. Killed by the wolf, so he got that. Knoff, true fighting spirit once again. But this is a strat with a timer.
And now...
Oh,
getting impaled.
Level 1 impale.
Oh, yeah. True, I didn't even realize.
Yeah, that's why I
That
say
doesn't
it.
lead to a kill.
That's a
That's
lot
pretty
of
good
mana.
so far for Knoff.
And this basically cuts the undead army in half. As there's no beetles.
Alright, second Rax is finished.
Player's forces are under attack.
Very important for Knoff.
Boro is late. He's fly blocked.
He built a shop as well. He can use his resources on items soon. Second Acolyte is here as well. How much damage can he do now? The End Snare, unlucky. Level 2, beetles available.
What's he going for? Damage on the Crypt Lord.
There's no TP.
And normally what you have to do is run, kite back, and attack whatever is in range. And you can still kite. Oh, that impale though! He's gonna get once around. Oh, not quite! Moving the Headhunter a little bit late, but might be getting away. Dude, Headhunter movement.
So stressful. One gets
There's another
killed.
one.
This requires so much attention.
Crypt Lord is super low. This expo is delayed. This is looking great for Knoff.
How many
Needs
more
to have
will he...
the read, needs to scout that there's a tech happening, and then he can follow up with his own tech.
Or... just tower pushing. Oh no! Oh no! This is not allowed to happen. One kill. Knoff, move!
Yeah, this is not easy. So many things happening on so many screens right now.
Yeah. He saw
How
the
high
crypt.
is your APM?
He has a counter on his stream, right? Maybe someone can check this out. Okay, takes out the Acolyte. Expo massively delayed. Level 2. Chain Lightning available. Wolf scouts the main, sees the tag.
Great early for Knoff. Absolutely excellent. Came down kind of to the botched impales. Going for impale in the first place? Questionable choice. It's only really worth it if you force the TP on the Farseer.
Yeah.
What Knoff should do now is creep very aggressively. He knows he's way stronger, so he should be positioning himself close to the undead base, taking camps away from him, and ideally, if possible, also prevent the undead from creep.
gonna be a difficult task. He has a bit of time as the Crypt Lord is using the Ritual Dagger to heal. Doesn't want to get that interrupted. And that's the big consumable for the Fastia. Big invul potion. The tag has started at 40% now. The mid-map Rax is of course a liability, so is the shop. But with that, he has pretty much total map control. And KraV is moving back to the expansion. Like, he's not taking a risk at all. It's one of the easiest and fastest camps here. If the wolf steals this. Okay, has no time. Just a little bit of damage on the first hero. And that's almost level 3.
Somehow the Crypt Lord did make it to level 3 first, surprisingly. But the Farseer is 1 kill away. Should be easy to get. Does he have a speed scroll? Yes, he does. With the speed scroll especially, you should be very confident to engage into this. Uses it very early, though. Okay. Still gets surrounded. Maybe. He's still getting blocked by 2 of his own. Oh, the invul, of course. The big invul, yeah. It was all a bait. And this is so many ghouls going down. But beetles being spawned in their place.
True, but there's not much mana anymore. So with good focus fire, he can take them out. Maybe a little bit too much attention to the Crypt Lord, but understandable. He has no TP, he has no healing at all. First fiends are coming in. And this time, the Headhunter micro seems to be a little better at least. He's trading. It's all about the numbers now.
TC being started. A little bit late, but timing is okay. Beetles are fast, chasing after all these headhunters.
There's 4 headhunters about to fall. Farseer saves this one. On the right hand side, beetles aren't fast enough.
Needs to get a new speed scroll. ASAP.
I think... Okay, he got 1 kill. Man, these rescue missions all over the place. Another
3
one
headhunters
down.
going down on the chase to the beetles. And here, he's being punished for the
A player's force is under attack.
overly quickly used speed scroll.
Stops movement. All of a sudden, Knoff is down to 30. That was a wild chase. And Knoff did this well. KraV did this well, sorry. Shop God.
Ah, man. Losing these headhunters hurts a lot. If they would all be alive still, or at least a lot of them, TC could creep very easily now. But with how it is, that's not the case. Barracks going down, and Knoff again not going tier 3.
Yeah.
He's going early Shaman. Again not going for the Witch Doctor.
Town is under siege.
Stomp against beetles. I think he wanted to hit the DK as well.
A player's forces are under attack.
Feels like KraV has this under control. This all-in didn't work. KraV weathered the storm. Even though he doesn't play an expansion, he arrived at tier 3. And this is the start of the Undead Tri-Hero. Knoff just lost too much.
Yep, the headhunters. We see it more and more nowadays. If you lose so many of them on tier 2 before you get the Berserker upgrade, you really lose momentum. If you can save them all, or most of them, and keep them alive until they have their tier 3 upgrade, they can be very strong. But so many died, man. Like 5 or 6 headhunters in total dying.
Yeah. For both of these nations, it has been a very, very rough qualifier, as we mentioned several times. I think France expected more. KraV could at least get some damage control here. For Sweden, it's an absolute disaster. Thorzane, of course, invited, but apart from that, no one making it through the qualifier stages.
Is that what we're looking at here? Is Knoff so far down? Knoff really detected. He has the resources.
Town is under siege.
Yeah, there's Destroyer soon. Lich is out. Got a claw.
Player's forces are
Is
under
hero
attack.
focus with this army an option? It's level 2 wolves, level 2 TC. I don't know, man. Feels like something is lacking. No wyvern, no raider and snare, no tier 3.
Farsi are quite far forward here with low HP. We have seen that before be a problem.
KraV finds him. Or the... Oh, okay. Big beetle kill. And now shop control. Of course, no attack. It's wyvern again.
Nice stomp to start things off. The ghouls here stunned for quite a while. Farseer is level 4, not bad. Lots of destroyers being morphed. Headhunter's supposed to be the counter to this, but the Nova hits them right away and they're getting attacked viciously.
Heal scroll. Awesome. Just got him from the shop. Saved 3 headhunters here. Killing 2 more. Fiend moved out of the fight. But what to do against its destroyers? Was a sweet impale once again. Storm to follow this up, but the headhunters, they're all gone.
Farsi in trouble again, has to run. If another Impale hits, he might be dead. Impale, right clicks. Farseer dead with the coil. Again, it's a TC left only. There's some units still on the field, but these undead heroes are taken over once again.
Yeah, they one-shot these shaman. The wyvern. The lich is the solution already with big right clicks. Knoff again fighting, not giving this up.
Under attack.
Won't let his sweet buddies down, but this seems to be too much. Dispel on the speed scroll, coil, kill.
And now he's got a web again against the Wind Rider. Or does he even have web? I'm not so sure.
Nope.
DK level 3, massive level up right there.
Weapons at 50%.
Knoff once more with barely any army left.
Farsi only now starts the revive. Not looking good.
It's looking a lot like AZ again.
Yeah. Very reminiscent.
Player's forces are under attack.
And the time for the wyvern is over. Time for the Farsi is over as well. What's next, Knoff? Is there anything left in you?
What a shame, man. The early game looked so good. I think the tech was just a little bit too late, the TC a little too late, and then, of course, losing all these headhunters. But, of course, hard to make all the right reads. Did he get a little too short of himself, perhaps, after that early game? Easy to fall into that position, or into that mindset, if you know that the undead wants to fast expand and you prevent it.
Yeah.
A player's forces.
Haha, I gotcha. But no, you didn't. Has to build a third shop. Next Gloves of Haste for the Lich. That's some good deeps, man. And he didn't even hit the big levels yet. Of course, level 3 DK. But Cryptlord yet to be level 5. Lich yet to be level 3.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about this undead army. You scale so insanely well. Like, every level up you hit is a big one.
Wow. KraV crystal balling Knoff's exact position, knows he's on the other side of the map and can easily force a TP.
Yeah. With the beetles has pretty good kill threat on these buildings.
I don't know, dude. I don't see a comeback here. Hoping for a surprise, of course. Hoping for a longer series. But you can't really hope for crits. I mean, you can for the wolves, but against the destroyer, that doesn't do too much, and the impact isn't that great. 42 supply for Knoff, and he's supply stuck against 57.
Yeah, really smart here by KraV. He knows the TP home has to come, and that's the time that he expands. Knows this will be securely coming up, only a minute away now. Where's the damage for Knoff? Even if he eats all the fiends, how's he gonna deal with the heroes? Oh my god, that impale hits everything! And again, the Farseer is in trouble, getting Coil Nova impaled, and he's almost dead already. A few more right clicks. Oh my god! Mercy is given to him. With like 5 HP, he survives. But the rest of the army is suffering. Impales coming in. Nova, Coil.
Wow,
Late game
KraV.
undead fireworks are online. The arsenal is too strong to overcome.
Also KraV, how well he did this. Like Impale, using that time when the TC is stunned to split your army, and then the stun was over. TC was trying to find a good position for Stomp, but there was none. They were all so separated. Social distancing undead. And that's the kill right here. Double G's! 3-0 for KraV. Good luck in the tour, buddy. Fair play, good sportsmanship in the end. That was a good showcase of KraV's strength right here.
Well played. 3-0. I was fearing this might be a little one-sided, but I was hoping it wouldn't. I was hoping for a longer series here. We had some moments of hope for Knoff, especially the early game there on map 3. Looked as if he was now in control and knew what to do, but not just is KraV good with the meta, has the right strats, sometimes just overwhelms with a simple expansion, but we now know he also knows how to adjust when he's under pressure, when things aren't going his way. And that is the makings of a great player who can also adjust on the fly as well as having good strategies. Quite impressed. Congratulations to KraV.
Absolutely. He is now the 5th undead. Oh, excuse me, the 6th undead, because we have another result that had to be an undead. It had to be an undead from Germany. Juan has 3-0'd Ente.
3-0, wow. That was kind of fast as well, when we should assume that it was Cryptlord Expo against Cryptlord Expo. But okay. Cements himself as the second best undead in Germany, I guess.
Yeah, even though Ente took the only map off of X-Lord in the ESL Meisterschaft, Juan's might cannot be matched. Not here. So these are the results we know so far. Spiral 3-1 Long Walk, Juan 3-0 Ente, KraV 3-0 Knoff, and Blade apparently leading 2-0 over Shake. Lubber and Neutron has started 10 minutes ago, so while we're waiting for the Muslim and War Chief Ridge, we could grab some games over there. But yeah, that's how it is. 3 out of 6 decisions made.